What's up, Legends? It's Tatiana Marisa. I'm here talking all things Legends on Watch What's On. Let's get into it. All right, first I want to talk about Darhk. Darhk has this like Miami Vice feel. Did anybody else see that? It's kind of impossible to miss. But he's like a Miami Vice Renaissance man because he pulls out the CD-ROM and is talking about nuclear bombs. Who is this guy? And he was acting super weird in the beginning. Was it just me? I was watching him and I was cracking up because I could not take the man seriously. Let me know, is this how he always acts? Because this is my introduction to Darhk. So he's like really, that's not what I want. What do you want? It's very interesting to me. We also get an Easter egg actually from The Flash, which is that time orb that Reverse Flash put Darhk in, and he's actually sending him through time, which if I remember correctly, I totally predicted that. Darhk is going to use Reverse Flash as his like personal time travel guide. So now we're gonna see that. The only thing that caught me by surprise is I actually thought Darhk would have more of a leadership over Reverse Flash. I didn't realize that Reverse Flash was actually going to be the one getting everybody together. I thought physically, yes, he would, but I thought Darhk was gonna be way more evil. Is that the right word to say? Don't get me wrong, he's evil, but he's so like, I want to do this and I want to do this and I'll follow you and I'm going to sit in this orb, but I have no idea what it does. Come on, Darhk. We're also going to be seeing the Legion of Doom.
Yes, the Legion of Doom is coming.
So when he actually got in the orb and Reverse Flash took him somewhere, is he going to go back to Star City and get Merlin? Let me know, is that where he's going? We're putting together Legion of Doom. Are we gonna see it next episode? I would love it if we did. Let me know. You guys, I really wanna talk about Stein. Stein is so cool and he is the most amazing character I think in the entire Legends episode, the season, everything, okay? I'm all about Stein and why? He is so wise, he is so wise. He's run into himself, his younger self, twice now, twice. And both times he's brought himself back on the time ship. And he's healed himself once, he saved his marriage twice, and each time he's given him his younger self more wisdom. Now the only question I have about that is, how is the older Stein running into his younger self going to change the older Stein's perspective? Because as time goes on, his memories will change because he'll remember seeing himself. Does that make sense? I know. All of this time stuff is like, what? First things first, we start off with a quote, okay? Favorite Mick quote. Ready? Are you ready? Killed my beers. Fantastic. Fantastic. As we all know, Ray has the cold gun. He's trying to learn how to use it. He goes and he freezes all of Mick's beers and he's like pissed about it. Anyway, moving on, one thing that I thought was really missing in Legends is Mick's mourning for Snart. Now, it was just kind of glazed over, and then of course he gave Ray the cold gun, and I was like, what? You're just gonna give it up that easy? Everybody was totally fine with that. I wasn't, so I wasn't ready to let Snart go. But Mick wasn't either, because as we find out, he's trying to turn Ray into this, Captain Cold guy, which is not working out. Okay, Ray is not a rebellious type. They're like walking through through the White House, and then the president has his jelly beans, and Ray's like, oh, here's the jelly beans. And he's like, go ahead, eat one. He's like, oh, I'm gonna eat the president's jelly beans? That's your rebellious side, to eat the president's jelly beans? Oh gosh, Ray, you're just not a rebellious type. It's just not gonna happen. But he understands that too, and so did Mick. As they're trying to save the world, he has to take apart the cold gun to defuse the bomb. And Mick says, all right, go ahead and do it. And in classic Mick fashion, this is how he lets go of his best friend, okay? He's eating a donut. Ray dismantles the cold gun, and they save the world. And Mick's left eating a donut. Okay, Mick, I see you mourning. From me to you, it's donut time. All right, I just want to touch on the JSA. It's made apparent we're probably not going to see them again. But we did see a very old, probably in his 70s or 80s, Obsidian, which I totally did not expect. But let me just ask really quickly, does he just spend his time as a 70, 80-year-old man just hanging out, in the old JSA training place up in the rafters randomly? Does anybody else find that a little weird? Just chilling there waiting for somebody to walk in? Nobody? Just me? All right, cool. I'm gonna go find myself a raptor and sit up there. Yeah. So apart from Obsidian being weird, we also find out that Rex and Vixen had a thing together, which I'm not like super surprised, but she was actually going to leave the JSA. She left prematurely to go find Reverse Flash, who actually killed, as we know, Rex. So that was troubling and heart-wrenching, and that's what led her to do it. So we see Vixen really acting on emotion. She's just going. All right, she's just going, she's not thinking, she's just going. So pretty soon we're gonna find that she's going to fall right in line with the Legends of Tomorrow and acting irrationally, but she'll figure it out, she totally will. And I believe in her. We also see Citizen Steel. He is hilarious and awesome. My new favorite character, besides Stein, my new favorite character. This is the first time we actually see him own his powers. And he's going and we see him being super confident and fighting and turning into steel and all this kind of stuff. But he mixes it with a very nerdy historian aspect. Oh, look, what was it? The chest? Oh, look, there's the chest of so-and-so. And somebody falls on. He's like, oh, that's crossing the line, Steel, blah, blah, blah. So I really, really like Citizen Steel. I think he's, again, a fantastic addition. I think he's won everybody's hearts. He's totally a heart melter. And he liked my tweet last week, so I'm just gonna leave that right there. All right, we see Sara as the captain, as we've been seeing every episode, and she's doing a great job, but she still grapples with her inner demons. And what is that demon? He's actually walking around and he's in the flesh, and it's Dark, okay? She goes and she sees Dark again, and she goes into like, whoop, target mode, and she just goes for him and just wants to kill him every chance she gets. But Stein, Mr. Wisdom Man, all right, which I touched on before, came to her and was like, Sara, you can't do this. So instead, she heeds Stein's wisdom, his advice, and instead of killing Dark, she goes to him and she brain ninjas him. It's total straight up. She used her woman trickery, just brain ninja'd him. So good. So instead, everybody's like, why are you telling him the whole plan? Listen, you guys, it's part of her plan. She's telling him what's going on, what's going to happen to him. And then he's gonna go and spend the rest of his time traveling through time, trying to make what she said not happen. Does that make sense? I know, first I was talking about time travel, and now I'm like over here talking about Dark with his destiny. It's time travel makes my brain hurt, okay? So that's my thought on Sara. I think Sara is fantastic, so give her a break. In the end, she overcame it. This is how I clap, apparently. Good job, Sara, good job. Okay, question of the week. Will Sara stay leader of the Wave Rider? When we find Rip, wherever he may be, where do you guys think he is? I personally think he's with Jonah Hex, possibly. If they find Rip and he comes back, will he resume his position as leader, or will Sara stay? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much, Legends, for tuning in to all things DCTV here. The DCTV universe is on Watch What's On. Please subscribe. All things DCTV. And don't forget the Facebook group. Check below. And you can follow me on Twitter. We'll keep the discussion rolling.